Shamar Stewart.
Shamar Stewart.
Texas A&M edge defender Shamar Stewart. He stands 6'5" and weighs 281 pounds.
Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart.
Here goes Shamar Stewart. He's going to pick it up. A scoop and score for the Aggies.
Shamar, I can get your top 5 edge rushers in the game, no order.
Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, Khalil Mack, and I'm going to go with Daniil Hunter.
Princely Umanmielen.
Listed at 6'5" and 256 pounds, Princely Umanmielen.
Princely Umanmielen.
Ash Jones went out in motion. Back goes down. Back at the 47-yard line. Princely Umanmielen.
Princely, can I get your top 5 edge rushers in the game, no order, in the NFL?
Myles Garrett, got to throw Von Miller in there, TJ Watt, Aiden Hutchinson, and me next year.
Mason Graham.
Mason Graham.
Oh, Mason Graham.
Roseburg pocket collapses. Double nickel. Mason Graham.
Can I get your top 5 defensive tackles in the game, no order?
I like Jalen Carter, Kenny Clark, Chris Jones, Kobe Turner, Javon Hargrave.
Penn State linebacker Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. In motion. Baseline pressure. Abdul Carter makes his presence felt.
Abdul, speaking of Philly, you went viral a couple weeks ago with a friend of mine arguing about Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Since now that he won a Super Bowl, do you think that Jalen Hurts now is a bona fide top 3 quarterback in the game?
I feel like whoever the champion is, they're the best. So I feel like Jalen Hurts established himself. He's been at that. And this year, actually winning the championship, he did nothing but only certify himself.
Can I get your top 5 edge rushers in the NFL today? No order?
I would say 1, Michael Parsons, 2, Myles Garrett, 3, TJ Watt, 4, I'd probably say Jonathan Bernard, 5. Before he got hurt, he probably would have been 1 this year, but Aiden Hutchinson.
Michael Williams.
And Michael Williams.
Defensive end, Mikel Williams from Georgia.
And he's going to be sacked. A slow developing play, and Mikel Williams closed him down.
Can I get your top 5 edge rushers in the game, no order?
Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, TJ Watt. I like Owe from the Ravens. I put Daniil Hunter in there.
If you can remember, what is the hardest workout you ever went through at the University of Georgia?
We go through some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put you in the situation. All right. We supposed to run the stadium, but it rained. So we stayed at Georgia. We ran 21-10s in the rain. Then the next day, we ran and hit the stadium again. So we ended up doing 2. We did 2. We hit the stadium twice because one of our leaders said, he didn't like the quality that we was running upstairs. Mm-hmm. So we went back the next day and ran up again. So yeah, that was a hell of a workout.
Nick Scort, defensive lineman, edge rusher from Texas A&M.
I think Nick Scorton.
Nick Scorton.
Howell Green respond. His look shaky here. In trouble and sacked. Back at the 10-yard line. Nick Scorton.
Nick, how different was it from playing at Texas A&M and compared to Purdue in terms of like role and environment?
Yeah, I mean, at Purdue, I felt like, they kind of built the defense around me my sophomore year, and it was amazing. Coach Walker's defense, we got the quarterback. At Purdue, we had a lot of dogs out there, man. We had to share the rock a little bit, man. But I thought A&M, did exactly for me what I needed to. Go over there and learn how to defend the run better. Learn more run schemes. Play in SC in front of 100,000. Every home game. Playing hard road games. It was just a great experience that really is going to prepare me for the NFL.
Nick, speaking of edge rushers, can I get your top 5 edge rushers in the game, no order?
Okay, one of the main opponents is bias. I'm gonna say Max.
Okay.
I love TJ. I'm gonna say Miles.
Right.
I'm gonna throw a young guy in there. I'm gonna go Aiden.
Okay.
My 5. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Let's go. Nick Bosa then.
Alabama linebacker Jahad Campbell.
Jahad Campbell.
Jahad Campbell.
Slant. Bobble. Incomplete. Broken up nicely. Lacey was there, but Jahad Campbell, to do everything linebacker, was in coverage.
Now, Jahad, I always ask players this, bro. What was the hardest workout you ever went through at Alabama?
Fourth quarter. That's a different type of workout. A lot of different teams got mat drills, but we got fourth quarter. That's a whole lot of accountability right there. Within the whole team, within the staff. And we just go out there and we work really hard.
Carson Schweitzinger from UCLA.
Carson Schweitzinger.
Pressure up the gut. Roseburg sacked. Carson Schweitzinger.
Can I get your top 5 linebackers in today's game, no order?
I'll give you the top 3. So,
okay.
Roquan Smith, Matt Milano, and then Fred Warner.
Malachi Starks, safety at the University of Georgia.
Is Malachi Starks?
Malachi Starks.
Klubnik lets it go deep, and it is intercepted by the All-American Malachi Starks.
Malachi, what's the hardest workout you ever been through at the University of Georgia?
Probably my first Friday at the University of Georgia. You got to earn your weekend, so we came in and we did everything. Squat, bench, we did everything. Crazy weight, crazy reps, and then he made us grab like a 45-pound weight. We got these steps that lead into the indoor, so we walked down the steps. You had to walk around the field with the weight over your head. If you put it down, you had 5 sit-ups. So me and my freshman class, we're just all together. So if he put it down, we all had to put it down. So just that connection that we built just throughout the years, it was amazing.
Malachi, how was it playing more nickel this year in comparison to last year?
Yeah, I think it just really helped. I think I'm really comfortable in the slot, just having that experience. And I think just being able to learn the defense. You know, when I'm at the slot, I know what my safeties are doing, I know what my corners are doing, so I'm just able to play with the defense, but also play with my leverage as well.
Malachi, can I get your top 5 safeties in the NFL, no order?
Top 5. I'm going Kyle Hamilton, Brian Branch, Rudy Baker, Xavier McKinney. I'm going to throw Javon Bullard in there.
Nick Emanwari, the safety from South Carolina.
Nick Emanwari.
Nick Emanwari.
That's Emanwari towards the end zone. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Nick Emanwari. Pick 6.
Nick, can I get your top 5 safeties in the NFL, no order?
No order?
No order.
I go Kyle Hamilton, Derwin James, Grant Delpit, Javon Holland, Antoine Winfield.
Dylan Gabriel can play, dude.
Dylan Gabriel.
Gabriel to pass. Gabriel wide open. Touchdown. Dylan Gabriel all by himself.
What do you think is the best trait that's in your game as a quarterback?
Yeah, decision making. You know, you can tell a lot about a person on how they choose things. That goes hand in hand on and off the field. For me, it's something I pride myself on. I've chosen 3 spots that have been really, good for me and have had a lot of success. But then when you get on the field, you can tell a lot about a person and how confident and decisive they are, and I take pride in that.
Cam Ward, the Miami quarterback.
Cam Ward.
Edge pressure. Ward ducks away. Spencer had him. Ward flips it to Williams. How do you miss?
Cam, what is your best trait as an NFL quarterback?
I think my best trait is winning from the pocket, and I got better at that over my years throughout college. And at the end of the day, as a quarterback, you can't rely on scramble drill and having to win out of structure, because you can't win in the pocket, you'll never be successful.
Cam, can I get your top 5 quarterbacks in the game today, no order?
I would say Jane Daniels, Pat, Lamar. I would say Josh Allen's up there, and Jalen Hurts.
Ashton Jeanty, the running back out of Boise State.
Ashton Jeanty.
Here's Jeanty, patient running, breaks the tackle, picks up the first down, and he's in for the touchdown. Ashton Jeanty doing it all by himself.
Ashton, what do you think in your game was the biggest improvement from your 2023 season to your 2024? Because obviously you ran for 2,600 yards, but the year before you still had a great season and having almost 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns.
Yeah,
so what do you think was the biggest improvement?
Running game, yards after contact, just being able to break tackles, make plays down the field, and then third downs, right, pass protection, picking up those blitzers, giving the quarterback time to make those down the field.
Penn State's Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren.
Makes the run and leaps. Got there. Touchdown, Tyler Warren.
Tyler, can I get your top 5 tight ends in the game today, no order?
I'd say Kittle and Kelsey probably are up there. Pat Freiermuth if I had to pick, and then I'm probably going with Brenton Strange and Theo Johnson in my top 5.
Tetairoa McMillan.
Mr. Tetairoa McMillan.
Likely a free play right here on the outsides. He's going to chuck it downfield. Looking end zone. Got his man McMillan. That's a score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Top 5 wide receivers, no order.
Let's see. Jamar, Justin. I put Malik up there. Brian Thomas, and A.J. Brown.
Isaiah Bond.
3rd and 13 as they get it out into space to Bond, and look at Isaiah Bond! What a difference maker he is!
Top 5 receivers in the NFL today, no order.
Okay, that'll be easy. I got Jay Jettis up there.
Yep.
Jamar Chase up there. I like CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's nice. And I don't know if I'm biased, but I got J-Mo, Jared Judy.
Ward, what a throw to Brown. Again, and Brown gets free. Here goes Sam Brown. Look at Sam Brown downfield again. Massachusetts playing Miami.
Sam, bro, how excited are you to be here, bro?
Like,
It's still surreal to me, but definitely excited, but can't be too excited because I put myself in positions like hanging around like NFL town to where like the grooming wasn't too bad for me. It's more so like I was just getting groomed into year by year, like hanging out like Houston wise. I was hanging out with Tank Dell. This year wise, I was hanging out with NFL talent all like throughout the whole season. So like it's still surreal, but I've been getting groomed for it pretty much my whole life.
Listen to me good. Travis Hunter,
cornerback. Travis Hunter, wide receiver.
Travis Hunter's ridiculous.
Morris intercepted. Wow! Travis Hunter, unbelievable.
Travis, you know what the career that you've done in college football, Heisman, Biletnikoff, Ben Nair, all the awards. Do you feel like that you stamp yourself as one of the 10 best college football players to ever play the game?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I stamped myself. I have some of the top awards and the biggest award in college football, so I feel like, I stepped myself.